How does a single sister find a good, believing husband if she does not have a father or any male Muslim relatives? Most important question. I am facing this with many of the sisters in Canada, in Ontario especially, and in London specifically. We as a community of immigrants came to these countries 30, 40 years ago, and now our communities are maturing. When we came as young adults with young children. Some of us were not even married. We did not worry about this. Now, the children that were little are not little anymore. They are old enough and they are ready for marriage. How do we deal with this? We cannot accept the practices of non-Muslims whereby they expect their daughters to go and find a boyfriend, otherwise there's something wrong with them. For us, it doesn't work that way. We have, as a community, to provide the support system for our brothers and sisters. You know, brothers and sisters, with time, we forgot the tradition of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, not even forgetting it, but we started to look at some of those practices as shameful. I'll give you an example. At the time of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and his Sahaba and the Tabi'een, those who followed, you know what the practice was? If I tell you and I ask you, let's do it now, you will say, but how can we do it? It's embarrassing. You know what they used to do? After the Jama'ah prayer, let's say Zuhr or Maghrib or Asr or whatever, after Jama'ah prayer, after they finish, a man will stand and will say, I have a daughter of that age, of those qualifications. Is there anybody who is interested in marrying my daughter? Or I have a sister of this qualification, of these qualifications, and is ready for marriage. Is there somebody who would like to marry this sister of mine? And then people will follow him after the salat, and they'll say, I am interested, and they will pursue it. If I ask you to do this now, would you do it? You will say, oh, me? What do you want people to say about me? That I am marketing my daughter or marketing my sister? Brothers and sisters, this is the sunnah of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. You are a product of the teachings of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ in the Quran and his sunnah. Our community should be so cohesive that for the sister or brother who asked this, if you do not have a brother or a husband, a brother or a father, a male member of the family, let your mother or somebody or yourself talk to a sister in the community who can relate that to her husband or her father or someone she knows, and let that practice take place in our communities. Then you have nothing to worry about. I have a list with me of brothers and sisters, and then whenever I find that this is eligible for that, I introduce the families to each other and I say, you continue. I do not partake in the details. Let them carry on. Let them carry on after I introduce it. Why? We have that response. It's a moral responsibility. It's a moral, social, religious responsibility. You cannot say, oh, it's embarrassing for us to do that. For this sister, there is a solution in Islam, insha'Allah. Now, there's nothing wrong also in establishing a confidential office within the community which will receive information about people who are ready for marriage. And that confidential office will put the people across each other and let them carry on. What's wrong with that? Brother Usman, what's wrong with that? Nothing wrong. MashaAllah, it already exists. So alhamdulillah, this inshallah will be the way to carry on.